After Kakashi Hatake lost his Sharingan, there have been various debates and power scaling attempts to define just how powerful Kakashi is without his Sharingan. Some have called him the weakest Hokage ever, and others have justified putting him over the third Hokage. Keeping in line with the other videos in this Hokage edition of the True Power series, I'm going to break down for you all the true power of the 6th Hokage version of Kakashi Hatake, and hopefully provide you all with enough information to rank him accordingly when it comes to talking about who the most powerful Hokage are. So let's start with the obvious. Kakashi's Sharingan is what made him highly feared as a ninja in the Naruto universe. Known as the man who copied over 1,000 ninjutsu, Kakashi was quickly listed in the bingo books of several rival nations after he received Obito's Sharingan. However, it would be a disservice to Kakashi as a character to not acknowledge that he was already pretty damn skilled before he got the Sharingan. He became a Jonin at a very young age, which means that Kakashi had already mastered 2 changes in chakra nature before he was promoted. Even more impressive is the fact that Kakashi had already begun experimenting with change in chakra transformation because he tried to incorporate lightning style into the Rasengan, but he failed, which is how he ended up creating the Chidori, albeit it's still an incomplete jutsu during the events of the Third Great Ninja War until he gets Obito's Sharingan. Now, let's be clear, losing the Sharingan was a big blow for Kakashi, so big that during the events of the Kakashi Heat novel, he put off becoming 6th Hokage because he didn't deem himself as being worthy of protecting the village because he didn't have the Sharingan or the lightning blade, which is pretty important because he had already agreed to become the 6th Hokage, but he kept pushing off his ceremony until a year after the Ninja War due to this conflict. That is one of the many reasons that Kakashi was looking at the Sharingan as being tied into his identity because he had possessed it for so long and wrongfully thought that the Sharingan is what made him powerful. So just how powerful is Kakashi without the Sharingan? Well, he's actually pretty damn powerful, especially since he doesn't have the Sharingan constantly draining away at his stamina. Chakra and stamina that Kakashi would have wasted just to keep the Sharingan active are now at his disposal. You have to remember, Kakashi could never deactivate the Sharingan because his body wasn't the body of an Uchiha. That means that Kakashi no longer has to worry as much about using too much chakra for ninjutsu that would drain high levels of chakra on top of the Sharingan, constantly sapping away at his stamina. Despite not having his Sharingan, Kakashi has a large arsenal of ninjutsu to use. He has mastery over all 5 changes in chakra nature, as well as mastery over yin and yang release. For starters, his natural affinity is obviously lightning release, but a majority of his lightning style ninjutsu is directly tied to his Sharingan. However, that's not to say that Kakashi doesn't have some pretty badass lightning style jutsu. In another video that I did called Purple Lightning Explained, I break down every detail of the Purple Lightning jutsu, but for the purposes of this video, I will say this much. Kakashi's Purple Lightning doesn't have the drawbacks that the Chidori or the Raikiri had, where both of them require high levels of speed in order to use it effectively, and both rely on the Sharingan. Purple Lightning allows Kakashi to fire off projectiles and fight from a distance, which is something that he couldn't do using the Chidori or the Raikiri. Other lightning style jutsu that Kakashi can use are his variations of the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which interestingly enough uses lightning chakra, and he can also use lightning transmission jutsu. Kakashi's lightning shadow clone consumes a lot of chakra. However, it has benefits that a regular shadow clone doesn't have. Because the shadow clone is made up out of lightning, when it gets destroyed, it reverts back to being pure lightning, and it doesn't send any fatigue that the clone experienced back to the user. Also, because it's a shadow clone, it's able to use ninjutsu and interact in the same way that a normal shadow clone will. Another plus is that when it gets destroyed, the lightning clone has an edge over a basic shadow clone, which just disappears in a cloud of smoke. Upon destruction, when it reverts back into lightning, the shadow clone will electrocute whoever destroyed it, which can then open up the possibility for Kakashi to ambush them with a sneak attack. Kakashi's lightning style transmission jutsu is another deadly attack. While this jutsu has only been shown being used in combination with a lightning style shadow clone and and the Raikiri is still a jutsu that Kakashi could use with a weaker lightning style jutsu. This attack first requires a lightning style shadow clone and the clone performing a lightning style jutsu alongside Kakashi, where both of them create a sharp cord of lightning between them. When Kakashi used this during the 4th Great Ninja War, it was powerful enough that it was able to completely sever the chakra arms of a Jinchuriki. One technique that a lot of fans forget that Kakashi has is that Kakashi can open the 8 inner gates, and I don't think I need to explain to you guys how powerful the 8 gates are. Using the inner gates isn't something that everyone can do, which is part of the reason why Rock Lee was the only one successful out of Team Guy when Guy taught the principles of the 8 gates and the Hidden Lotus to all of the members of Team Guy. Kakashi has only been shown being able to open up the first gate, but unlocking the first gate provides a massive boost to the user. The first gate is called the Gate of Opening. Once opened, Kakashi becomes 5 times stronger than he previously was. The reason being is that in the Naruto universe, people are only able to use 20% of their muscles power, and when Kakashi opens up the first gate, the limits are removed and he's able to use 100% of the strength out of his muscles. However, the risk is that using all 100% will cause his muscles to disintegrate if he uses it too long. By opening the first gate, Kakashi can use the Hidden Lotus, which he does know how to perform. It's here I want to bring up another fact about Kakashi that a lot of fans tend to overlook. Even during the Boruto era, where Kakashi is 46 going on 47, he is still powerful enough that people still openly believe that he has enough power to bring down an entire country, which was stated in episode 26 of Boruto. Part of the reason for this is Kakashi was stated to be stronger than Shikamaru and have a trained sense of smell that surpasses Kiba's clan, and his taijutsu at a minimum is stated to be above Rock Lee's and great enough that even Might Guy considered him to be a rival. This brings us to another aspect of Kakashi. He is more than a walking arsenal of ninjutsu. He also has shown a knack for sealing jutsu, like when he used the sealing jutsu to suppress the curse mark on Sasuke. With Kakashi no longer being held back by the Sharingan draining his chakra, Kakashi can use even more ninjutsu than he's already been shown using sparingly in the Naruto series. After lightning style, Kakashi's greatest affinity is for earth style jutsu, and the jutsu he has access to are pretty impressive, especially when you consider the uses on defense. Obviously, he has the earth style mud wall jutsu, but he also has the earth style earth wave jutsu. To use this jutsu, Kakashi slams his palm into the ground and he makes the ground move like strong waves of water, though the drawbacks to using this jutsu is that it requires a high level of chakra to use. The benefit is that Kakashi obviously knows that he can throw his enemy off balance and it provides an opening for him to attack. Defensively, Kakashi has improved upon the mud wall jutsu with the multi-earth style wall jutsu, which he can not only use to create several reinforced walls of earth, but he can also create curved walls within the area to cut off any escape routes from the enemy. Offensively, when you look at Kakashi's earth style jutsu, you begin to see how Kakashi was using them in the Anbu. Offensively, Kakashi has been shown being able to hide under the ground to use surprise attacks, like when he used the earth style rendering drill fang jutsu to try to attack Itachi and Shippuden, but he also used an earth style jutsu that was used for torture very early on in the series. The earth style double suicide decapitation jutsu is the very same jutsu that Kakashi used on Sasuke in the bell test. After dragging his target into the ground, Kakashi only leaves their head exposed, and while he finishes torturing them, Kakashi would finish by slicing open their neck. However, obviously since it's the bell test, Kakashi didn't do this to Sasuke. Moving on, obviously Kakashi has access to fire style jutsu, but he's shown more adaptability to using water style ninjutsu, like when he used the great waterfall jutsu. This attack extends water chakra over large surfaces and then it rises up into the air several meters in size, and then it cascades down on the enemy in one giant rush, hitting them with the force of a waterfall. Other water style jutsu that Kakashi has access to are the water wall jutsu, the water bullet jutsu, water shark bullet jutsu, ninjutsu, and he can even use water clones so well that even Kisame openly wondered if Kakashi's usage of water clones has surpassed Ninja in the Hidden Mist Village. Finally, one jutsu that a lot of fans might forget is that Kakashi does know the Sharingan, which Kakashi can produce at will without using hand signs, just like his master Minato could. As you can see, Kakashi might be without his Sharingan, but he has more than enough ninjutsu to make up for not having the benefits of the Sharingan, and he now has the chakra to use several high-level ninjutsu without having to worry so much about chakra drain. Now, if you guys want, I can make a separate video going over how powerful Kakashi is with the Sharingan, since Kakashi's Sharingan takes Kakashi's combat level up several fold. So up next, we'll be closing out the Hokage edition of the True Power series with everyone's favorite knuckleheaded ninja, Naruto Uzumaki. Like stated before, vote in the community tab of this channel and in the info cards of this video for who you want me to cover next between the members of the Akatsuki and the 7 Ninja Swordsmen. But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Have an incredible day guys.